Hey, it's Patrick the Yardley Shaver back with another shave that I want to share with y'all today. Today we'll be using vintage Yardley Shave soap. This was, of course, back then it was a just a soap you find at probably Rexall or Purity Drug or whatever drugstore was in your area. This is, I think, this one is probably from the 50s, I want to say. I've got a newer one that I used a couple of shaves back, probably from the 60s. Both really good soaps in my opinion. Really expensive normally if you try and find them to buy on the bay or or whatever. Every now and again you get lucky. I have a couple of times. This one I bought with a lot of other shaving stuff for like 12 or 13 bucks a few years ago. And when I buy stuff, I buy it to use. I'm not just going to have it probably. But today the shaver we'll be using is a Gillette Goodwill, and these were made in, I think, 1931. They may have been put together for a few more years. I'm not sure about that. But the Goodwill was, if you see the cutouts here, I think it was the first shaver that Gillette introduced that wouldn't use the old 3-hole Gillettes. I have some of those, but I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. But these are the first ones that would not use those. They would only use the new, and they came with this, but these Gillette blue blades, they came in this box with that razor, and they were just put together things from, I think, what they had in stock. And they were called the Goodwill because you would buy 10 of these blades. I think this may be a 5-pack. Anyway, but it would be just like these blades, but 10 of them for $1, and they would throw the razor in. And it also, you would buy that from now on. It got you to be a lifelong customer. I think there were 5 variations of this certain razor, of the Goodwill. There may be more because I'm sure they had all kinds of different kinds of parts. And I want to say that Proback and Gillette had merged recently. At that time, and they were, I guess, trying to go through old parts or whatever. The brush we'll be using is a, hope you can see that, vintage Sims. It's got a little bitty 22, probably a 20 millimeter knot in it. Sims is a Canadian company. Early they were from, started around 1870 or something like that in the North Vermont, New Hampshire, somewhere up in their northeast, and they moved to New Brunswick, Canada. But they're going, I think they make paintbrushes still to this day. But Timothy Abernathy, a guy I talk about a lot, he redone this brush and I bought it. I just thought the shape was kind of neat. But and then for aftershave, we'll be using this little bitty bottle of Royal Copenhagen. It's a 9-ounce bottle. They still make this, as far as I know. I got this on a trade a couple of years ago. I've only used it a few times. I like the scent. It's just I have so much. You know how it is. Anyway, let me hush and I'll get on with the shave. Get wet. My face wet. I hope this finds y'all good and well, and you're feeling good and glad about it being Saturday. The soap works good, doesn't taste good. this old vintage Yardley is really good soap, in my opinion. Most of the old stuff was, and it still is. Okay, I think that's gonna be all right. Dry my hands off here. Here we go, the Gillette Goodwill. This is just a an old type with the ball end handle and open cone base plate. All right, first pass. My wife did have knee surgery Wednesday, and I was off the rest of the week. She finally got to unwrap it today and get an actual shower. Kind of swollen and banged up looking, the knee. I mean, doctor repaired some torn meniscus and I guess took out a bit of nasty looking arthritis, which he said will come back. Here we go, pass two. This Goodwill is probably my favorite old type to shave with. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just get better shaves from it. You'd think that they would all be about the same, but not really. All right, let's do it. I was thinking next week about if I get to do a video on Saturday, doing either the big fella. I've got a 1921 new improved big fella, or the 58. I think it's a 58 TV special. One of the two, I don't know. Or if you'd rather see me do a single edge shave, leave that below, or if you don't care, just say you don't care. I'll add a little water to that. Okay. Okay, third and final. Here we go. Just had a little over a day's growth, so. Get to go mail off my taxes today, or the money that I owe. Can't wait for that. I think after paying the accountant and getting what we got back from the state, I think we made 20 bucks or something silly like that. That's better than one, I guess. All right. Let's see if we've got anything that needs to be touched up. Not so much. Pretty okay with that. Like I said, that's one of my favorite old types to shave with. Just does a good job for me for whatever reason. All right. Roll Copenhagen. I'll run out of this about never, I'm sure. I should have looked up what this is, what the scent notes are, but I did not. Just an old school kind of smell. It's been around for a while. Just a nice clean scent. To me anyways. Probably be an old guy scent to some people. Alright, let me recap and I'll get off here. So today we used vintage Yardley. Very good soap. If you ever run across any and you're not scared to use used soap or old soap, pick it up if you get a chance. No kidding, it's good. Vintage 1931 Gillette Goodwill. Very nice shaver for me. I chased this razor for a while. I found several, but I wanted the ones with the engraving in the cap, and they're not all like that. There's different ones, and I wanted this specific one. And me having it lets you know that I got it at more than probably a good deal. I don't remember what I gave for it. But we used the vintage Sims from Canada. Got soap all over my hands now. And then for aftershave, we used Royal Copenhagen, which smells really nice. It's not something I grew up smelling, but I really enjoy it a lot. And then here in a little bit, I'll use some Sterling unscented balm. I use it after every shave. Really, really good stuff. All right, I'll get off here and let y'all go. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Hope you have a really good week coming up. Thank you for watching, commenting, all that good stuff. I appreciate it for sure. Lord willing, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks a bunch.